Hello, everybody, and welcome to What the For Sale is Real Estate. I am running out of F words. I wonder what I can use next. Anyways, that doesn't matter. Hey, I just want to do a little quick mini episode because I had this really interesting conversation that seems to be coming up more and more and more lately. So I just wanted to kind of talk about this a little bit of what I would have done differently when I first started into real estate. Now, there's a lot of things I would have done differently. Again, my start was really rough. And I do want to share that with people that if you're having a rough first year, that is more normal. It is more rare to not have a hard first year. This is not an easy job. Just struggle through it. Like if you set your goals and you do your lead gen, you will get through this. Okay. But here's what ends up happening. So this is what I was thinking about. You go ahead and you get your first deal and or your first buyer or your first seller, and you get so caught up in the transaction. You're just so happy to finally have that weight lifted off your shoulders that it actually just becomes a transaction. And this is what it was like for me is I never had a goal to be a transactional based realtor. I always wanted to be a customer service based realtor. I always wanted to be there to always help my clients. And yet it seemed like the very first few deals I did was just almost transactional based. And it wasn't really on purpose. It was just because I was so new. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to follow up. Like you get so ingrained on getting that first lead from the lead generation, what to say, what to do, how to do the paperwork, how to actually get it done, that all these follow-up programs that we talk about and the essence of your business just is never taught. And it just falls apart until later on in real estate when you're like, hey, now that I have this first part down pat, that I no longer need to stress about it. So here's what I want to talk about today. If I were to rewind the clock, knowing what I know now, and what would I do differently in business? Now, first of all, that lead gen component would stay the same. Getting those contacts, I would actually be doing that at a much higher level. I keep telling you guys to get 20 contacts a day. I'd be doing like 100 if I were starting out again today. And we are probably getting 40 a day right now as a team, if not more, or definitely more, but 40 for sure is our bare minimum what we look at a day. Anyways, okay. Community. I really want this to sink in. As you're sitting there thinking about your new career and you're thinking about what real estate is going to bring you, I want you just to spend some time over the next 24, 48 hours, maybe take a weekend, maybe go on a week vacation. Think about who you want to be. This is very important. Getting in touch. I'm going to use that term authentic self. You need to create a business that is your authentic self. I am not a transactional based realtor. I'm not an in and out. I actually want and care about my clients. If I feel guilt if I do not touch base with my clients on a regular basis. So I do not want to live a life of guilt. That's who I want to be. That's what I want to develop into. And if I were to rewind the clock, I would focus a lot more on building that sense of community. Figure out the services that you can provide. I know you're new and I know this is a financially straining industry to get into. So this does not have to be paid services. I drive a truck. I offer to do dump runs for my clients now all the time. I wish I would have done that day one. I wish I would have created that sense of help. I wish I would have created those events right down the gate. So figure out who you want to be and create that sense of community. I want to back up for a minute. We live in a world right now that's full of social media and social relationships and technology. We text message, we email, we don't do anything. Write handwritten notes, man. Make those phone calls. People are craving interaction with other people. You are craving interaction with other people. Very few realtors get in this industry because they hate people. I can count on one hand pretty much ones that are, and I don't truly think they actually hate people, to be honest with you. But anyways, that personal connection, as much as you're craving it, and as much as you can feel fear that you might be intruding or might come across as a salesperson to that other person, they are also craving that. They may not realize they're craving it, but we all crave a sense of community. Now, after we receive that community or reject that community, logic takes over and we justify all the ways. Like, oh, why didn't you use me again? Really, it's because we didn't create a sense of community. But you're going to hear things like, oh, well, this person charged less, or oh, this person was offering this, or oh, this person was offering that. You lose clients because you lose that sense of community. And then the justification for why they made the switch happens afterwards. And this is so important. So if I were to go back again, I would create that sense of community. I would create Facebook pages that are just for clients, an exclusive group of deals, of offers, of motivation, of anything just for those clients. And I would invite all those clients to do it, to come on board with it. I would start that now. on this very first client. I just can't stress this enough. I know I don't want this. This is not going to be a long episode. I'm going to do a lot more about conversations around community. I just want this to sink in. If clients are not using you again, is because they did not feel a part of your community. That is 100% on you. That is on me when clients don't use me again. And when I first, as just want to reiterate, when I first got in the industry, it was very transactional based because I was just so excited to get that first one done. I was so worried about messing up that the last thing on my mind are the things I thought would be fun, like taking my clients out to dinner or helping them move or things like this. Think on it. Just think. That's what I want you to do. And hopefully that's what you get out of this episode. That's what one thing to start off with that I would do different if I just got in today. Anyways, happy selling today, guys. Go make a difference in someone else's world. That's what we're hired to do. Go make someone else's dreams come true.